Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live and work in Scotland. And today it's time for my wee team's December video hop. So today our theme is New Beginnings. So I've chosen the new year as my theme for New Beginnings. And looking forward to 2022. Yeah, with hope, with hope in our hearts. Let's hope we can see off this COVID carry on and get back to some kind of social life again where we're not having to try and avoid each other. So anyway, I'm not going to blather. In the description box below you will see the links to the other team members who've taken part in this blog hop. Video hop, sorry, see, even I get it wrong frequently. And thank you to my team members who have taken part in the busiest month of the year for most of us. December can get a bit crazy, and this one's been no different. So hats off to everyone who's managed it. I'm filming this probably by the skin of my teeth to get it done, and you're watching this on Boxing Day. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, and let's craft. Let's go. So this is the card that I'm just going to probably just make it again. So I'll just kind of show you what I'm going to use. So I'm going to stamp on our shimmery white card for the pick image, and I've got paper, Night of Navy, of course, as my background colour. I've got lovely designer series paper here, which is a peek for you of what's in the new mini spring catalogue. And of course, if you would like a copy of this new mini spring catalogue and you've not shopped with me in the last 6 months, please get in touch by whatever method you can, and I will happily send you a complimentary catalogue. This is Heart and Home. It's absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous paper. It's got this beautiful, it's got other things managed to get into the packet, obviously, and I've been doing something else. It has colour patterns on one side and a wood effect on the other that's in white and grey, so you can add colour yourself if you want to. Absolutely beautiful. And bees, what's not to like? So that's a quick look at that. You will get a better look later. This is a stamp set from the annual catalogue, so this is available till the end of May. It's absolutely superb set. I've used quite a lot of it, and this time I'm going to be using this Wishing You Your Best Year Ever, because I think that's very appropriate for a new year coming. And then this is a new one from the new January through June mini catalogue, In the Moment. So I'm going to use the same image, because when I was thinking about this, I was thinking of me somewhere hot and sunny, looking out over the sea with a glass of wine from the balcony, chilling out and planning the year ahead. That's not quite how I'll be doing it, but hey, never mind. It will maybe not be warm enough in Scotland for thinking on a balcony. So anyway, let's just do I've got scraps there as well. Let's do the main part of this card, which is this image, which I have already got on a block. And I'm going to stamp it on here with our Stays On Jet Black, because that works fine with watercolour, and it is a watercolour background. And I think I'll do watercolour on this one. I coloured the lady and the wine, etc. in with my blends. This time I think I'll use my watercolour pencil so that you can see the finish of both. So I'm inking this up. Because this is a felt pad, just giving it a bit of a twist. Because it's a smaller pad as well, I do find it easier to take the pad to the... And just make sure you've got good coverage. And then I'm just going to plonk this. I've just cut a wee square. This is 7 centimetres by 7 centimetres. I'm going to bring this down to the bottom of it and stamp. pressing down fairly firmly because I don't want to I haven't checked how well ink this stays on is. I do want it to be quite black. Yep, that's cool. Right, pop that off. If you don't like your stamps to be black stained and you're using StazOn, there is a StazOn cleaner, or you can wash it with soapy water right away. But me, I'm not too worried. So right, so then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of our water painters, the big broad one. This is a fabulous set. Again, these are in the annual catalogue. And I'm using my Night of Navy here. Basically, I'm just going to make a bit of a puddle at the edge of that, which I've squeezed that and got some ink into the lid. Just a bit of, I don't want too much because I just want it to be a bit watery, so I might squeeze some more. That's right. And I'm basically just going to put some strokes here, and you know, and I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't know how much that shows up for you. And then I've got a kitchen cloth, my microfiber cloth. Just take that extra moisture out of there. Save that ink in there because I can use that for other things. And close that for the moment. I'm just going to take my heat gun here. That's if I can find it. Where are you? Here it is. And just dry that off a bit. I just use my silicone mat there to protect my working surface. Now this isn't nearly as dark as that one, but it's okay. I'm just going to leave it at that. If you start messing about with watercolour, you just spoil the look. Then I'm just going to come in with my watercolour pencils and one of the thinner pens. This one, yep. Actually, I'll just come in with the medium one, will be fine. And add some colour. I've got my watercolour pencils just to show if you don't have blends, there's other options. Oh, Night of Navy, fancy that. Right, I think we should have something yellowy for our hat. Do you know the thing that takes the most time when you're crafting is deciding which colours you're going to use. Crushed curry I'll use for our hat, I think. We need some kind of wine colour. Rich raspberry, that'll do the wine, won't it? That's the same colour. See how we go with that. Oh, anyway. I don't want to take too long doing this, but so we'll just add some colour there for the wine and our hat. Oh, I need something for skin colour. I don't know what we've got that works for any kind of skin colour in our watercolours. I don't know, what have I got? Something that might be a light brownish colour. Cajun craze, I don't know. What we got? Grey? We don't want grey skin. That one. Calypso coral? No. Do you know in here there's not a grey, and I'm not really good at mixing. We'll just give her a good tan. We'll just put her very light or a very small amount of Cajun craze. Be very tanned. Wouldn't that be nice? To be somewhere that I had a really good tan. We'll see what that does with the watercolour pen. And then well, she can have a blue dress, why not? So again, I'm just add colour where the dark bits will be, and then I'll spread that colour out with the water brush to probably give quite a different image. Now I wanted, have we got something that will go in her hair? Basic black, or I think we'll pop the early espresso in amongst her hair. That will do just right, and then we'll just take the water pen. We'll just go one thing at a time. So I need my cloth. I should have had a bit of, normally use kitchen paper, but I've kind of stopped using it because I sometimes think better just using a cloth that you can wash. Now there is the smaller water painter, however I recently used it with our white craft ink and I don't think I've quite got all the white out of it, so it maybe wouldn't give me what we're after here. So I'm just squeezing my water painter out, wiping off the yellowy colour there, and then we'll see how we get on at bringing in some skin tone. At the end of the day, it is just a picture. It's not meant to represent any particular person or... It's just... I think we might just want a wee bit more colour on that arm. Then just use the brush to blend it out. Actually, it's all right, I think. Suppose I should let you be the judge of that. And I forgot about the fence, but we'll do her dress first. So just being careful not to pull the colour out of her hair. Get the blue of her dress. Just add a bit more blue under her hair there because that would be more shaded there anyway. And then just work it out with your blender, with your water painter. So a bit more water coming out here. Now this shimmery white paper does withstand a fair bit of water where our basic white wouldn't, which is why I'm using it. There you go. It's our frock. And then what we're going to do with this fence, we have got a bit of grey here, haven't we? Our basic, yeah, basic grey. Let's just add that into the fence. The balcony edge anyway, whatever. Just clean off the brush tip. And then clean it off again and then just wet the colour that's in her hair, but try not to pull it out of that area, keep it in that area and then it will dry off fine. There we have, oh, we've not sorted that wine, have we? Don't want to dilute it, but let's pull the rich raspberry over there. There we go. There's a... We'll just give that, we'll pop that just to the side to dry off a bit. Put the pencils back in the cup. It's just, I think we'll just take the heat gun while it's handy here and just give it a dry off. I wouldn't mess about with it, just go with it, because once it's mounted up it'll look fine. That'll be, we'll mount that anyway, so it should be all right. I'll keep that here because I'm going to need it. Right, where were we? Right, we'll make up the card a bit. So I've got a piece of basic white here to put in the inside, and I've just managed to put a blotch on that side, so we just put this in. You can write whatever message you want. Quite handy cards actually, especially if you get a Christmas card comes in when it's too late to send a Christmas card and get there in time. You could send a New Year card. And then we've got this beautiful paper. So we could have used that, you know, we could have used the wood background, but I'll just stick with, I love this pattern, it's lovely. Again, I'm just using wet glue simply because it's there at hand and it does give you that moment to make sure you have it straight. So this is our last video hop for 2021. I really hope you've enjoyed our wee effort in our team. We're just a little team. Not everyone in my team are feel confident or able or even want to make videos. So it's just those of us who are. And there is a lovely joining offer in January. So if you would like to join my wee friendly team, you'd be more than welcome. Starting on the 4th of January, I believe you can, it's a normal offer of £99. Choose £130 worth of product plus 2 extra stamp sets. There'll be a list for you to choose from, but it's usually fairly big. So, you know, that is potentially some really good value. So I'm just giving that a minute to stick. Possibly could have done that with tape, but I'll just leave it a moment. And then I think I've got a bit of glue on it, but I can use my glue rubber once that's dry. So I want to put, I have pre-cut my 2022 and I popped them, when I was making the sample I did 2 of everything. So I popped them there. Now the reason I kept the silicone mat around was because I should have cut these out with our adhesive sheets, but I didn't. So I'm just going to peek to see that you can still see all right. Yeah, we're okay. So what I do in a situation like this is I'll just put a blob of glue on my silicone mat. Now you can do it on the back of your hand and rub it, but some people say that's not great for your skin, and some people don't like that feeling on their skin. So this is another way of doing it. There's loads of ways, but what I want to do is get not too much glue on these and to have it in a thin coat. So I'm using a bit of an old sponge. Now I do have a bit of green ink on the end of it, so I'm just using that end. And basically just, where are my tweezers? I had them handy, didn't I? Yeah, I will need them anyway, so I'll just use them to hold it down and just quite get some glue. It doesn't want to let go. I didn't have this bother like the other one. Oh dear me. Get some glue on them and then I'll wrestle with them. Right, we'll pop that out of the way. And I'll just take this one here that's sticking to my finger and get it on the card. So I put the 2022 up in that corner. So I really do hope that 2022 is going to be the year that we can get back out and about again. But until then, let's craft. Let me bring this round a wee bit so I can see what I'm doing. Goodness me, the paper's moving, the card's moving, now I've put it in the glue. Oh dear me. Nothing's going to change, is it? Right, 2022 on there. How are we looking here now? Let's get that glue rubber. This is just helpful when something like that happens. It's got a bit of glue. Problem is, although the glue is see-through, if you've got a bit sticky, then it just attracts grime. So it's good to just get that right off there. That's better. Okay. It maybe wasn't visible to you, but it was visible to me, and I just know it would become a problem. Right, and then we need some dimensionals to pop that on. Actually, I put that on flat on the other one, but this time I'll put it on with dimensionals. If it's going, it depends whether it's going through the post, whether it's going internally or international. It just depends on what post it's going through. We'll put this one up, see how if it looks different. And then I need my oval punch and some scraps, and I'm actually doing them both with this, the bigger oval that's kind of with a scalloped edge, and you'll see another wee trick or hack as people, right, so stamping the sentiment on this one, whoops, on the, again I've just used the shimmery white. I like the stays on it because it's got a smell of almonds. Right, wishing you the best year ever. And I will not get it squint, but I may get it at an artistic angle. There we go. And just to stop that evaporating so quickly, there's a nice wee cover there inside. There we go. And then because that's the same size, obviously if I just stuck one on the other, that would have no impact. But if you cut this right up the middle like that, where's my glue? Pop a little glue here. And we are nearly done now. And just give that a very, very small border. And the same on this side. It just accentuates it a little. Do it whatever way you find easiest. Let's find like that. Now no one will really notice that little gap here. Oh, that slipped. That's not good. Is it more hurry, less haste? Or anyhow. And then we will pop this one on dimensionals also. It's not perfect. I could spend a bit longer faffing with it. But you can do your own faffing about and getting things just lined up the way you want them. And that is us. Just pop that there. Card done. So just pop these things to the side. Bring in the original one. So much the same card, except this one was coloured with blends and this one with our watercolour pencils and our water brushes. So thanks very much. Please pop down in the description box below and see the other videos. And yeah, we'll see you very soon. Thank you so much.